So I know I am a little bit late, unfortunately. I was at work when the trailer dropped and just the Aussie time zones make it a little bit harder times, but we just got the Season 1 trailer for XDefiant today for me, yesterday probably for you guys, and today now that the dust has settled, I'm going to go through and break the whole thing down for you guys, frame by frame, as there are actually a few sneaky little secrets hidden throughout the trailer as well. Stick around to the end too, because there's also some added stuff from Mark Rubin that wasn't in the trailer that is confirmed for Season 1, so I'll touch on that quickly after the breakdown, but without wasting any time, let's get stuck right into it. Now, the beginning of the trailer pretty much just shows off the brand new faction that will be coming in Season 1 called GSK. Now, for those who don't know, the GSK is a faction from Rainbow Six Siege. I believe they were called GSG9 in that game. I'm not sure why they changed the name. I could be mistaken, I'm not much of a Siege player, but this is a Rainbow Six Siege faction, and it kind of just shows them off in this first like 15 seconds of the trailer. Now, something that I noticed as well is that we do get a little bit of capture the flag gameplay right here as well. There is also gameplay of the brand new assault rifle, the LVOAC, and we can also see in the bottom left here the little icon for their sort of razor wire ability that they're going to have, and then it's also active over there to the left as well. So this is something that is in Rainbow Six Siege. It is one of the pieces of equipment that the GSG9 can use, and that is seemingly going to be one of their abilities in XDefiant. Now, after that, we then also see a quick little clip here of the L115, which is a brand new sniper coming to the game as well, and then also a sawn-off shotgun. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard rumors the sawn-off shotgun is actually going to be a secondary weapon, not a primary weapon. So it seems as though we are potentially going to be able to use, for example, the L115 and a sawn-off shotgun at the same time, which is pretty awesome. But just take that with a grain of salt. There's actually no information whatsoever about the guns just yet. This is just sort of rumors that have been circulating around the community. Now, we then get a look at the ultimate for the GSX, which is unfortunately a riot shield. I'm not a big riot shield fan, so I'm not too keen on that, but it is a little bit different. It's actually got a flash on it as well. You can see here on the screen, it says activate flash, and then it actually shows a clip of it doing that. So it's got this big sort of light on the front of the riot shield that will flash enemies. So although I'm not the biggest fan of riot shields, at least it is a little bit different. It's trying to do something a bit different than the riot shield that the Phantoms have, though yeah, I'm definitely not keen to have two different riot shields in the game already. Now, they quickly touch on the 3 new maps that are coming. It says 1 map every month. Obviously, each season is going to be 3 months long, so it seems like just every month we're going to get an update where there'll be a new map and probably just some bug fixes and stuff like that. Now, the first map is called Clubhouse. This looks to be essentially a biker gang hideout. It looks very close quarters and definitely very intense, as we can't really see too much of it, so it's hard to sort of break that down, but looks like a pretty fun map from what we've seen. The next map they showed off is called Daytona, which is obviously a racetrack, and it looks super vibrant and very colorful. So I'm very keen to play this one. It looks probably the coolest of the 3 they've shown off. Now, in this clip, we also get to see the trophy system in action too. This is seemingly going to be the other ability for the GSK. So obviously we know the factions, you can kind of choose between 2 abilities. One of them is going to be that razor wire that I talked about before, but the other one is going to be a trophy system. And as you can see here, the character throws a grenade and this actually gets shot down by that trophy system. Now, lastly, we then also get a look at Rockefeller, which looks to be like a paintball arena, which is going to be pretty fun. Now, Aches on Twitter, who is one of the developers on the game and a former pro Call of Duty player, he actually said something about this being a map that people are probably going to get kill records on. So I have to assume this is probably going to be the smallest map in the game. And to be honest, this kind of looks as though this is the XDefiant version of like Nuketown. To be honest, it looks very small, and it also just kind of gives me Nuketown vibes as well. So very keen for this one. I feel like this will probably play the funnest out of all 3, but I think the Daytona map is probably the one that, at least for me, is the most interesting when it comes to the look anyway. Now, like I mentioned before, we are also getting a brand new mode called Capture the Flag. I'm sure every single one of you who's played Capture the Flag, although what I will say is I haven't actually played a shooter with Capture the Flag in it for so many years now. The exception to that probably being Halo Infinite, but I didn't really play too much of that. And realistically, before that, I feel like the last game that I played with Capture the Flag was like Unreal Tournament way back when I was a kid. So I'm so keen to have Capture the Flag. For me, that is like a typical OG shooter feeling game mode, and it really just suits the feel of this game as well. Now, they also showed off some of the ranked emblems, which look absolutely awesome. They also mentioned there are some rewards coming too. Now, they didn't really touch on what those are. We do see a few skins after this, so I'm going to assume that the ranked rewards each season are going to be different skins, but yeah, those emblems look absolutely fire. Now, this one here, it says 500 on it, and as far as I know, I'm pretty sure they confirmed this, but I actually can't remember where they said it. As far as I know though, that is a rank that is the top 500 players in the world who can have that rank. No one else can actually get into that rank. So that is pretty insane. Obviously it is going to be very difficult to get that emblem, but if you can end up with that, that is going to be the biggest flex you can pretty much have in the entire game. Now after that, they briefly showed some new weapon mastery skins as well, which is pretty awesome. Obviously as it is right now, the best skin you can essentially get for a gun is gold, but this looks to be the next step up from that. It looks a little bit like DM Ultra from Black Ops Cold War, if you guys played that, just the typical sort of dark purple shiny skin. Now for those who don't know how this is going to work, and I don't know this for certain, this could just be, you know, get the weapon to level 200 instead of 100, but what I'm assuming is going to happen with this is it's going to be similar to Call of Duty, where how it currently is, you can get all the weapons gold, and then let's just say you get all of the assault rifles gold, then you'll potentially unlock this skin for them as well, meaning that you've obviously unlocked the next tier of the mastery skins. So that's how I'm assuming it'll work, but again, we don't actually know, so you'll have to just wait and see during season 1. Now after that, it's pretty much just going to skim through some random bits of gameplay with the new content. It didn't seem like there's anything else of note here. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. If you think I've missed anything here, be sure to let me know, but it is essentially just gameplay with little bits of the new content. Now we do get the release date of season 1 though, which is July 2nd, exactly as we all expected. That is just based off the end date of the current battle pass, so that's not really a shocker, but it is kind of nice to just have that actually confirmed as season 1 starting on July 2nd. Now that's going to do it for everything that we learned from the trailer. However, like I said, there is a little bit of extra information here that wasn't in the trailer. Mark Rubin tweeted not too long after that trailer went live, and he said, "So I'm hyped for what's coming in season 1, but I wanted to share a change that we made to our plans for modes. Our One Life mode called Bomb was scheduled for a later season, but due to the number of fans who want to see this mode sooner, the team is working on getting it out ASAP." He then followed that up by saying more info to come at the next XDebrief. So that's not really confirmation it's definitely coming in season 1, because he didn't actually say that in there. He just said the team's working on getting it out ASAP. That could still be the very beginning of season 2, for example, but I feel like he wouldn't say that if it wasn't meant to be coming in season 1. Now, I doubt it will be there right at the start. It'll most likely come in the 2nd or 3rd update, but that is still pretty awesome. So that seems as though we are also going to be getting Capture the Flag and then the new mode called Bomb, which is essentially search and destroy. And for those who missed it, the day before this trailer went live as well, Mark Rubin was interviewed by IGN, and I haven't actually read through the full interview, but he tweeted about it, and he said, "In case you missed the IGN live interview, I wanted to say that we have been listening to the amount of people asking for TDM or Team Deathmatch, and we will be adding it in a couple of weeks." So this is actually coming before season 1, seemingly. A couple of weeks means, yeah, before season 1. So even though the 5 modes in the game currently are all fun, in my opinion, we're also getting TDM, Capture the Flag, and then Bomb, which is essentially search and destroy, all within seemingly the next 3 or so months, which is definitely very, very awesome. But anyway, that is it for a quick breakdown of all the new content we are going to be getting in season 1. Like I said, if I missed anything, be sure to leave a comment down below. And obviously, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with those notifications on, because there is going to be plenty more content coming for XDefiant, not only in the lead up to season 1, but obviously plenty more content after that as well. So make sure you don't miss out. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there in the arena.